This is Akashwani, Bangalore.
Hello and welcome to this edition of English Talks. This evening we talk about cybersecurity, and talking to us about cybersecurity is Aniket Amdekar.
Hi, my name is Aniket Amdekar and I am a cybersecurity expert. Today, I'm going to discuss with you a few things about this enticing world of cybersecurity. I'm sure you must have heard about it in the news, you may have read some messages about it in WhatsApp, and I'm sure a few thoughts must have crossed your mind as well. What would happen if I were to experience a cybercrime? Can I be hacked? Can my company be hacked? So today we will be discussing some of these things. Now, a few things about myself. I come from the city of Pune and I have been in this field of cybersecurity for about 16 years now. I have worked with companies like Microsoft, Walmart, Make My Trip, and teaching cybersecurity has been a passion. Currently, I'm working with Great Learning, where I'm teaching advanced cybersecurity in international universities, as well as many students from India are also studying cybersecurity and Great Learning. Now, when we talk about cybersecurity, it's all about protecting our data. It's about protecting our assets. When you log on to any web browser and start accessing your email, or you're using social media, or maybe you're about to post your resume for a job portal, in all of these things, if there is one thing that is common, it is that you're sharing your data. Now, this is where some of the risks come in, where maybe somebody suddenly added you to a WhatsApp group and you don't know anyone there, and now they are sharing links with you. You are not sure whether you should accept or not. Now, this is where there are different types of risks that are currently existing on the internet that all of you should be aware of. To start with, there is something called as phishing. Yes, you heard it right. It's just like fishing with the nets. It's just that the hackers are trying to get your data. They are trying to steal your username and password. Or maybe they will send you an OTP and they will ask you to share that OTP with them. And suddenly what you see is there is money being deducted from your account. And then what follows is somebody trying to take over your social media accounts. This is one kind of attack. The other type of threats that you would see are frauds, where people are promising you a lot of money if you just go and like a few YouTube videos. And it seems like easy money until they start asking you for more and more and more, and it becomes a never-ending cycle. People have lost so many lakhs of rupees in these kind of scams. There are also bad applications or apps on your phone. And do you know how those apps get installed? That happens through our kids. The kids are busy playing the game on their phone or watching their favorite YouTube video, and suddenly they get an ad. And now the kids want to play, so just click on install. Okay, click next. They just want to get back to their game. But in this process, they end up installing a suspicious app on your phone. Now, what can happen next is this app can read your data. Maybe it can steal some of your data as well. You know, what kind of data are we talking about here? Many of us have this habit of saving our username and password in the Google Chrome or many other apps that we have on the phone. This is the data they are after. Now, how do you protect yourself against these kind of issues? The number one way to protect yourself is to be aware. The moment you see a link or somebody is asking you to click on something, you should be aware not to click on it immediately. Just check, is it really the right URL? Do I really need to, or do I have to click on it? If somebody is asking you for data, why is this person asking your data? Be more vigilant over here. Now, this is also where our kids need to be aware of this. So, you should also educate your kids on what are the different types of risks. What are the things that they should not be doing, like installing apps or talking to strangers online, sharing their data about their family, anywhere posting it online. This is also where these kind of nefarious activities go online and then they try to go offline as well. Now, when I say offline, what I mean is you are walking in your parking and you saw a USB stick just lying there, waiting for you to pick it up curiously just to see what is inside. The moment you connect this USB stick to your laptop, that's also where these malwares, these viruses, all of these start to come in. Now, let's talk about some defenses. As I said earlier, awareness is one. Second thing is, did you know that there is something called as two-factor authentication, where every time you're trying to log into your Facebook or to your LinkedIn or to your Instagram, just the username and password is not enough these days, because many places these usernames and passwords get leaked by different websites. Like, you're using your username and password and you log on to a food delivery app, but later the food delivery app is suffering a data leak. Somebody stole millions of username passwords from them. Among them is your username password, which means if it's only the username and password which is needed to log into your account, it's not very safe. And that is where, if you enable, let's say, an OTP that you have to have if you want to log in, if you use an app like Google Authenticator, all of these are critical things which can really help you to protect yourself. Now, while you are protecting yourself from all of these by using the username and the password and the OTP, it's also important to read about these things. Now, where do you read about this? Where do you learn? Now, this is where I would like to share with you that on the internet, in the newspapers, in fact, in different social media forums, there are cybersecurity best practices being shared. Did you know that the government of India celebrates something called as the Cyber Swachhata Divas? And this entire Swachhata Abhiyan is focused on cyber hygiene. So far, we looked at our general cybersecurity, we looked at why it is important. But if you look at these multi-million-dollar companies who are protecting our data, and not just our data, let's say if it's an app which is creating a matrimonial application, and that application has so much of sensitive data from so many users. So these companies are also protecting their data, their application, their networks, all of these things. And for that, do you know who they need? They need a cyber security professional. Did you know that there is a huge demand for cybersecurity professionals out there? And there are very few of them are actually available. If you take the example, if you take the numbers and the research, there is an organization called ISC Square. According to their research about global cybersecurity workforce gap, currently the gap between the current jobs and the people available has increased in Asia Pacific by 52%. And what that means for you is there are more jobs available and less people applying for it. So cybersecurity is a lucrative area in which you can make a career as well. And if you think that, hey, I don't know coding, I don't know anything about technical, it's all right. It's never too late to begin. In fact, I'm teaching this program in Great Learning, where our mission is to educate people in this field of cybersecurity and help them make a career in this field as well. So we looked at the overall cybersecurity, looked at how people get attacked, how you can safeguard yourself. We also looked at the possibility of a career that you can make in this field. Now, as a next step, what I would say is, if you stay vigilant, if you are alert on these different facts and figures about cybersecurity, you can be cyber protected. Let me tell you a story. This story is about me. Back in 2004, when I received an email from somebody in UK, and I was really happy. I printed that email immediately and I ran back home to my father and I showed my father, Daddy, so looks like somebody is giving us 50,000 pounds and they are ready to transfer that to our account in just 2 days. All we have to do is give them 10,000 rupees. My father, who is an electrical engineer all his life, he had the cyber sense back in 2003, and he said if somebody is offering you easy money, most likely it's a scam. Don't go for it. So, this cyber sense in 2003 and the cyber sense in 2023 are not that different. If you are alert and you maintain your cyber sense, then, my dear friends, no matter what kind of attacks happen, I'm very confident that you will be protected. This is Aniket Amdekar signing off, and it was a pleasure speaking with all of you. Thank you.
You were with us in English Talks, and this evening we talked about cybersecurity. Talking to us was Aniket Amdekar. That's all for now, and I'm Rosalind Matthew, signing off. Till next time, have a pleasant evening.
This was a presentation of Akashwani Bangalore.